was listening back at a video that I was finna upload, but it's like 2, 3 different videos in one. I don't want to edit. Okay, so I curse a little bit. Sometimes you'll need a little oomph to get the point across. This started off as a theory, right? Just a couple of thoughts, and I ran with it. But it's almost like a as above, so below feel to it. And it reminds me of a movie with Tom Cruise, where he's going through this training and he had to convince the lady when he got there. And each time he fucks up, she just kill him, knowing that he'd have to start all over, like, and convince her again and everything. It reminds me of that too. So I'm gonna play it and see, it just comes on when I'm hitting the mouse. I'm gonna play it. Remember, I curse. Damn it. I just had a funny thought. Call it Rhea's theory. Okay? Okay, so let's say it was 2 kinds of people, right? And they both knew and understood that where they were, it was like a learning process that they were in, right? A simulation of sorts, right? And they both understood that you have to learn a lesson to keep going through this cycle, right? Okay. You have to learn a lesson in order to stop going through the cycle. Like progress to the next grade, right? And let's say that somehow one got the drop on the other, right? Okay. Something stupid popped in my head. That's that shit I don't like. Something silly dropped in my head. And okay, the drop. That's like somebody pulling the wool over your head. Somebody doing some trickery, some fuckery, right? To get ahead. The drop. That's how old I am. I'm gonna be 44. And obviously, to do such a thing, they really didn't like these others, right? And so it would make sense, because it's like once they got the drop on the others were put in a situation to where they don't even understand or have the thought that they're supposed to be learning lessons. They're just too bombarded with distracted gotta do's and chaos, constantly trying to figure out some chaos, to where they're too that was put on them from going through too much to even have that moment of time and think clearly, right? Could you imagine that person that has been watching, that person or thing that knows that you are just going to keep repeating? Think about that. You have this other person or thing, right? That unbeknownst to you knows that you just gonna keep coming back because you ain't learned the lessons. And they know this because they're keeping you from learning the lessons, right? Could you imagine? They know that you'll just keep coming back, but you don't, right? They could just easily off you, knowing that because of what they know, you ain't gonna remember. So how you gonna retaliate? You gonna be nice and docile. Yes, sir. Okay. Right? But all the while, they're feeling this, they hate you. Because you have no idea you're supposed to be learning. But they got a smile on your face. See, that's like, and if they don't like you, they could care less about. Could you imagine somebody with the control to where they are comfortable with treating you any kind of way? Because they know once you start over, you won't remember. You think somebody get cocky after a while? Messy. Your life. This would be a good movie, wouldn't it? Because they know you're going to come back. You don't know that. But they do. You're like a roach. You keep coming back. Oh, Lord. I hate you. But they can't show that they hate you right off the bat. Because it's like, they hear the crunch, they hear the pop, even see the juice, right? I got kind of graphic, didn't I? Walking away in satisfaction. Then turn around. Oh, shit, they're gone. Oh, shit. And here's the thing. Every time, you know how I think everybody's done it. Unless you've never been around a roach. I have had the luxury of such. Smash it, think it's gone. Go get the tissue. There ain't nothing left there but juice. From where you know you smashed it. That person comes back. That being comes back. They have that moment in time where you are going to remember. You can remember. But not if it's blocked. Some type of inhibitor. So they can keep the cycle from remembering. Right? You're like a roach. Because it's like, for some reason, through all of these things,
I didn't realize
to
I said it that
suppress
many
your
times.
memories from being able to tap in, all these things to keep you confused, distracted. You're still waking up. Garoch. I wonder if, like,
it's pretty clean. I ain't cursed too much.
in this theory,
Yeah. I wonder.
it's almost like, did they get the drop? Or was this meant to happen for a bigger reason? You know, they thought they was getting away with something, but they was actually being taught a very, very valuable lesson. That would make an awesome movie, wouldn't it?
I'm doing little birds. I could have kept that to myself.
It's like having someone stuck in the school.
This is where the cursing starts.
The parents are like, it don't take this goddamn long. What's the problem? Why is my child still at school? Why my child ain't learned nothing? Why is my child...
Think of it like this. As above, so below. This is where I was like, wow. As above, so below. Kind of reminds me of when our parents are the space Jews. As Dave Chappelle said, right? And we can overstand that part. Look at in the 3D. That's above, so below, right? How happy are we with our educational system? How happy are we with how much our child knows versus how much we know they're capable of knowing? I remember when I brought my daughter here from California. She was in 4th grade in California. And she was bringing home for homework 10 5- and 6-letter words a week. I get to Texas. And they was sending her 4- and 5-letter words, only 6 or 7 at a time. In California, she had 10 and an extra 2, so 12. I get down here and they bumped it to less words, same grade. Bumped it down to less words, less letters.
Only able to do the basics at this point in life. That don't make sense. I can teach them better at home.
That hit me right there because studying astrology, when I hear the word home, I hear foundation, I hear soul, I hear nurturing, upbringing. Yeah. So when I said that, I'll teach them at home. To me, what I saw, felt, heard was I'll teach them on a soul level, right? I'll teach them on a spiritual level, right? That's just me.
So think of it in a spiritual sense. Flip it, right? We've been down here supposed to be learning these lessons, supposed to be evolving, and this is a learning planet. And our parents are like, this is supposed to be graduation. Why these niggas can't spell?
Not that it's an excuse, but I was raised on the east side of San Antonio where the word nigga was used a lot. I was raised on the east side of San Antonio where it's rough. Rough enough. And because of the mix of races here where we at, not too many of us say the word nigga and be talking about somebody that's black or African American or whatever, brown skin. That's just how we roll. So if it offends you, yo bad. We say shit like nigga, okay?
It's supposed to be graduation. Why these niggas don't know 2 + 2?
Why they can't put 2 and 2 together by now?
Okay. Fuck it. Fuck your school. Fuck what you teaching.
I went off a little bit.
We gonna teach you. Being taught by spirit, right? If you're on your spiritual path, right? You got...
If you're picking up on the signs and synchronicities. Okay, granted, not everybody is getting something straight to their dome, probably, right? And granted, probably not everybody is seeing, being able to hear things differently to where it's like you're hearing something extra in the words. You know, perhaps you are seeing signs and synchronicities and these numbers and signs and things that are popping out at you. You're like, whatever. Oh, that's weird. You know?
Spirit showing you and teaching you things.
I smoke more when I drink. No good.
And it makes more sense than any of the shit you ever been taught.
It's crazy how, like, either you get that or you don't.
It's crazy. That would make a good movie, couldn't it? Anyway. And another thing, too. While I'm on it.
This is that part where it could have been a whole nother video.
Let's talk pagan holidays.
Just a thought. Just a thought. It's a theory.
Yeah.
I do believe this, though.
So, pagan holidays, call them what you will. But if we didn't have a name for these dates, these times, these seasons, I can guarantee if we just paid attention to what's happening through and to people, right? Around those times, we'll probably still come up with the same type of description. Like now, right? It's almost as if they've taken these moments, these seasons, and made it to where we go about recognizing them and dealing with those moments external to us instead of internal. Substitutes. Like Halloween, right? Okay, so during Halloween, the sun is going through Scorpio during, that time. And during that time, it's like dark night of the soul. Scorpio things happen. You are being, got these things hidden around you that are coming out. These hidden things, these Scorpio road things that are being exposed to you, about you, around you. It's dark, it's murky, it's a swamp, right? And then, if you survive that, right? Right after that.
You know how when the sun is in a swamp, it can't see. It's not in its element. One, it's in water. Two, it's dark, it's murky. They can see. They can see you. Because that light, right? But you can't see them. Like Halloween, think a haunted house. Yeah.
The sun goes into Jupiter's home. The benevolence. Third,
higher knowledge. A sage. A teacher. Preacher. Higher moral universal law. Right? Go straight into that. Confess it. Or just being thankful for the lessons learned.
Thursday, Thor, Thanksgiving, giving thanks. That's all Jupiter characteristics. And how could you not? After everything that's happened, even if you don't have nothing to be grateful for, to give.
Okay. I've watched more than enough documentaries on medical stuff. People not being heard for what they're going through. And yes, it's been fucked up. It's Russian roulette. Some people Gucci. I used a new word. Is that still a new word? Probably not. Some people good. Some people aren't. And so, Thanksgiving may not be so great, right? But How could you not be thankful that your voice is not being heard? How could you not be thankful that because you spoke up, brave, beautiful souls spoke up, changes so much. So it's like it's still something to be grateful for, because they're like, even not being against vaccinations, not against it. But can you just listen to what happened to me, and why force this on somebody and they don't know if they gonna even be able to go to work, right?
Thanksgiving for. Give Thanksgiving for the lessons learned. At least you know now what not to trust. You know now what not to believe. You know now where the fuckery and all the fuck shit's coming from. Who. And you got some faint details of why. So pagan holiday, yeah. As far as recognizing these times outside of us, instead of internally, where we can truly get the blessing and the lesson and understanding from this divine time. Don't let nobody take your Thanksgiving. No, don't do that. Remember, it's a learning planet. And we've been in school this year, ain't we? Happy Thanksgiving. Damn it.
It wasn't so bad. I'm not gonna edit. It is what it is. Pretty cool theory. Would make a good, that first part, would make a good movie. I think it's already been made in so many ways. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving. What did we learn? And keep it glowing. Keep it glowing.